I just want to drop in really quick. Just hit the gym and I said, let me sit down and make this video. Just thought about this topic today. I forgot what I was watching, but it made me think about the benefits of being in a toxic relationship. Look, toxic relationships could be one of the biggest areas of growth and improvement in your life. And I know you're like, Diamond, what do you mean? Are you encouraging me to get in a toxic relationship? Because that's great, because I'm already in a toxic relationship with this nigga named Uncle Joe, who's still a hoe up the road, and I just can't get him to sit his ass down somewhere. So if you want to tell me how toxic relationships are going to be beneficial to me in our relationship, then I think that that would be great. I want to tune in, I want to subscribe, I want to do all of that just off the strength of that. So if you are currently in a toxic situation, a toxic relationship, no, I am not promoting or sponsoring or trying to tell you that being in a toxic relationship is something that you want to stay in, something that is, I don't even want to say it's a negative thing, because what I'm about to disclose to you is probably something that you've never even heard, or maybe you have heard it somewhere with somebody who just explained it in a different way. So this is the reason why I'm saying that toxic relationships could be one of the best things that you could go through in your life. Not go through, but grow through. Go through and grow through, okay? Now, I don't care who you are. Everybody under the motherfucking sun, if you have ever had a dealing with the opposite sex or the same sex, if you like the same sex, you have been in a toxic ass relationship. And if you want to tell me and fight with me and argue with me on that point, then we can argue, we can fight, because I know damn well you ain't perfect, and I know the nigga that you was fucking with was not perfect either, or the bitch you was fucking with, she was trifling as fuck, okay? Or both of y'all was trifling as hell, okay? I've been in situations, I was trifling, she was trifling, we was trifling together, you know, and we was just trifling, and we thought we could be trifling and continue to be trifling for years, and maybe be trifling ass marriage partners, or I don't think I've ever believed in marriage like that, but maybe lifetime trifling partners together. And thank God that I was able to evolve and grow. And what you have to understand is sometimes you go through these toxic relationships because it's an opportunity for you and that other person to grow. It's one of the best opportunities for growth. I've been in healthy relationships too, and you can learn things from healthy relationships as well. But when you really go through toxic relationships where you really feel like, nigga, I'll kill this nigga. Not really, okay? Some of y'all might be like, no, I really felt that way. Not really. But when you go through things in a toxic relationship, that person is only a mirror of you. And I know you might say, well, no, I was dealing with a narcissist. I was dealing with somebody who was very abusive. So when I say that person is a reflection of you, it can mean one of two things. That person is a direct reflection of you and how you act and how you behave and how you see the world. Or the second way is it is reflecting back to you a version of you, which is your fears, your insecurities, your demons, your unhealed trauma. It's reflecting that back to you because your world always wants you to evolve. It's always pushing you to evolve. Your reality is constantly looking for ways, how can I get this person to evolve? How can I get this person, what circumstances and what situations and what people can I put around her or him to help this person grow? Reality knows, and your inner self knows, that there are things in your closet that you have stuffed down and stuffed in that need to come out, that are begging to come out, that want to be healed, right? There's other versions of yourself that want to show up, but they can't show up and show out because you haven't healed certain aspects of yourself. So what does God do, or what does reality do? What does your inner self do? It's constantly going to be bringing up things, people, circumstances, situations, and events that are going to cause you to get triggered. I know a lot of us have been through that, getting triggered, so that we can learn something from what is happening. But instead of learning and figuring out, why am I being triggered? Where does this come from? What was the earliest moment maybe in my childhood that I can think of the reason why this emotion came up. What is the root cause of why this triggers me so much, right? Why whenever he is scrolling on his phone, or maybe it seems like he's ignoring me, but he's in his own little world, why does that trigger me so much? Why whenever he wants to go hang out with his boys, why does that trigger me so much? Why do I have these insecurities? When was the first time that this emotion came up from this insecurity? And we never actually introspect. We never actually dive deep and we figure out, why the fuck do I even feel this way? What triggered me? What triggered me to respond in this way, to behave in this way? And a lot of the times, these toxic relationships that we're in, if we actually knew how to transform the events that we go through in these toxic relationships, if we learn how to actually transform our triggering moments into ways to evolve ourselves and grow and find out what makes us tick, what triggers us, and heal those aspects of ourselves, we would have many more healthy relationships. And the most healthy relationship that you should have is the relationship that you have with yourself. You have to remember that all of us are made in God's image. All of us have God within ourselves. They want to constantly promote and tell us that God is outside of ourselves when God has always been within us. That's why when we really get tapped in and tuned in with God, tuned in with ourselves, that's exactly why we are able to function on a higher level of consciousness. That's why you have some people that are able to see the future. You got some people who are able to see in past lives. You got some people who are able to communicate with the spirit realm and who can talk to your mama who passed away, your daddy who passed away, your cousin who passed away, right? These things can happen because there is a God within, that if we are able to tap into these things, right, then we are able to express our consciousness in another way. So I say all this to say that if you have been in toxic relationships, just make sure that you are taking the time after that relationship to find out what triggered me in this relationship, what went wrong, and where did I see this? Did I see an example of this same thing that I went through in my childhood? Did I see my parents go through something like this? Did I experience a situation to where maybe my mother or my father was emotionally unavailable, or they were always working, so I felt like, damn, you know, I'm only worthy of somebody who can be emotionally unavailable, or I can only be worthy of a long distance relationship, or somebody that's just out of reach, out of my reach. I'm not worthy of somebody who I can be with, you know, locally. It's a lot of things that you can break down, and it's a lot of ways that you can heal yourself through a toxic relationship. That could be the biggest blessing of your life. Biggest blessing of your life. But what do? We get into toxic relationship after toxic relationship after toxic relationship, and we don't learn anything. All we do is place the blame on the next nigga. And what do? With the new nigga? You know, I've been through so many toxic relationships. You know, that nigga did me like this, and that nigga did me like this. I really hope that you don't do me like this. And what happens? He does you like this, and everything is a reflection. And I'm not trying to say that you should be held accountable for this nigga being a bitch ass nigga, or your woman acting out, disrespecting you, or whatever the case is. But you have to know that the reason why people are showing up in a certain way is because these are things that you maybe don't even know that's beneath the surface that you need to resolve. And just really dive deep and understand why these things are coming up. Why are certain situations coming up? Why am I allowing myself to be in this situation when I know that I'm worth more than this? Why is this person only treating me like this when I know I deserve this? Well, maybe you have an underlying belief under the surface of everything that is, I'm not good enough, or I'm not worthy of love, or I'm unlovable, undesirable, or whatever the case is, right? So you really have to take the time to introspect. It's not a lot of people who are going to do this. A lot of people are just going to drink, right? Drink their pain away, get with the next nigga. They always say the easiest and fastest way to get over the ex nigga is to get under the next nigga, right? Instead of getting with yourself, having conversations with yourself, seeing what's going on with me. Why am I attracting this type of nigga? Why am I attracting this type of experience. And when you heal those aspects of yourself to where you can be a better you, not for them, but for you, you will start attracting higher quality people, right? The people that you feel like you deserve now. But you're always going to be in a cycle of toxicity over and over and over again. You're not understanding the root cause of why you keep attracting these ain't shit ass niggas or these ain't shit ass bitches. I feel like at a subconscious level, even if you don't want to admit it, when you do go through a breakup, you know damn well you be learning a lot about yourself. Because why does everybody want to glow up after the relationship? Why does everybody want to glow up after the relationship? Why can't you stay glowed up the whole relationship, right? Why does it take a breakup for you to want to elevate and evolve yourself? And I'm going to tell you why. We are creatures of habit. And as human beings, we like comfort. But nothing grows in our comfort zone. In a relationship, in a situation to where we are speaking or fucking with somebody long term, we stop doing the things that we were once doing, right? We stop switching it up in the bedroom, or we switching it up on dates, or switching it up just doing different shit together and all of that. That should be an everlasting and continuous process when you're with somebody, right? But 9 times out of 10, a lot of these relationships, not only the relationship that you have with your partner, you also got a job that you probably hate. You also got that nagging ass sister that always wants something. Then your brother got locked up. So it's life happening too. It's a whole bunch of things going on. But when you heal yourself from the inside out, when you adopt new beliefs that assist you in creating the life that you desire, because now you have beliefs that actually match up with your desired reality. Now you are living in a way that's going to serve you. Now you are living in a way that everything that is not aligning with your desired reality is going to be moved to the side. And I'm not trying to say that you can't hang out with toxic friends, or you can't hang out with people that aren't growing and are not on your same level of thinking, right? I'm not saying that you should get rid of all of those people, but you will start to minimize time with the people that you no longer, your belief systems don't align anymore, or your priorities don't align anymore, or you've outgrown that certain set of people, you know. And that's another thing. That's a whole nother topic though. These are some of the benefits of being in a toxic relationship. It can definitely benefit you, but you have to know what you're looking for. You can't continue to blame it on this person and blame it on that person. You can't, and it's even more than taking accountability, because you can take accountability and say, you know what, I effed up here, I effed up there. But if you take accountability, you might correct those things. But at a core level, if at a core level your beliefs have not changed about you being unworthy, about you being undesirable, about you being unlovable, you will always sabotage the shit. You'll find a way to fuck it up. Or that person will find a way to show you that the beliefs that you have at your core are true. Because that's just what it is, man. So you have to find a way to shift your beliefs. Create new beliefs that serve you and serve the reality that you want to be matched to. That way you can actually attract the people who are in align with the reality that you actually want. And you're not just creating by default. The average person is creating by default. You want to create by intention, right? You want to make a conscious decision. You don't just want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, fuck it. Oh, we'll try. You're going to know once you have better beliefs. Those beliefs will shape your reality. You got better beliefs, you'll have a better life. It just has to happen. Just like the law of gravity. It doesn't matter who jumps off the Empire State Building. I don't care if it's a granny. I don't care if it's your mammy. I don't care if it's a little baby girl. Anybody who gets thrown off the Empire State Building is gonna go curse splat, and you're not gonna make it out alive. That's just the law of gravity. Same way, if you have shitty ass beliefs, shitty ass core beliefs, there's no way around it. It's not gonna be good for you. So that's why you have to go to the source, which is the core belief. You're not good enough. You're not worthy. Right? These are the things that you must heal within yourself, create new core beliefs that are actually healthy. I always get what I want. Life is always showing up for me. Everything is working out in my favor. All of my relationships are happy and healthy. Every woman that I'm interested in want to bust it wide open for me. Every woman that I'm interested in, she want to dance like a stripper, dance like a... whatever beliefs you want, right? I just want to let you know that there are benefits of being in a toxic relationship, and just know that us labeling things positive or negative, good or bad, that's just the way that society views things. But at the end of the day, there is no positive, negative, good or bad. It's just a decision that you make, or it's just something that happened. Everything that happens that could be seen as negative can also be seen as positive. Every positive thing also has a dark side to it too. You cannot have the light without the dark. You can't have the positive without the negative. Just like batteries, you have to have a positive and a negative side to the battery as well. There is balance in everything, all right? So yeah, go get toxic.